Please watch till the end. There's the most crazy story is in the end. If you like such stories, please subscribe to my channel. It motivates me to make more videos for you. Let's go. Small update: wife cheated to get out of DUI and car impound. I filed my response at the courthouse on Friday. One was also sent to her attorney on Thursday. Signature required. Still doing this all on my own. Asked family and friends for help. The ones who want to help can't spare the money. The ones who can don't care and won't. Started a gun just to give it a shot. Doubt it will raise anything, but had to try everything I could. I asked for help on a legal Reddit, but keep just getting attacked. Not sure why. Maybe they just love police no matter what they do, and damn everyone else. I don't know. I now know for sure that adultery is no longer an issue unless you live in 6 certain states, which mine is not one. Still crazy for a conservative Bible Belt state not to care about it, but I doubted I could come up with enough evidence to fully prove in the court's eyes anyway. I kept my response short and sweet. I agreed to everything except the part about how she wants me to take some of her student loan debt that was used for living expenses. I was in college also when we got married and acquired student loan debt that could be said was used for the same reason. And if she was used it for living expenses, why did she have her paycheck but into this guy's account? And why was this account used for pay bills such as rent, utilities, etc.? I also included that I was dependent on her for 4 years, something we both agreed to so she could get her master's degree. I even included the landlord's name. All I can do now is wait and asking the judge for more time to get an attorney. I'm worried I won't since the judge is the wife of the major I've been speaking with. But I've been told by people on the legal Reddit that it is not a conflict of interest. I know some people think this is fake trolling or some other BS. I really do wish it was. I'll keep updating until there is nothing left I can do. Die in police custody for refusing arrest for some BS reason. Or mysteriously die in jail if the judge decides to give me 30 days for the email I sent to what I thought was her ex-employer since her money was not going into our account, and I figured she got fired or quit her job to see him more. Crazy to think of all the BS the police can get away with, and nor does the government or law care about who they hurt or the families that lose loved ones to their hate and violence. To all those who still support me and keep up with my journey, thank you so much. When this happened and I reached out, I really didn't think anyone would care and just wanted my story out there so people could know what happened to me. I should get a response for a final hearing to go before the judge. I doubt I'll have an attorney by then, but I'm still saving every cent I can. After that I'll post an update with what I find out. My ex was never faithful. Update included. Read carefully as it involves a very manipulative man and can seem confusing. I apologize if it's really confusing. It's crazy. Ex has 13 kids, by 12 moms, 4 girlfriends, 1 fiance. Hi Reddit. Me again. Not a throwaway account as my friends and family do not have my Reddit. So story time. In March of 2019 I met a guy named Herman. Real name. We dated for 3 years. He seemed great but busy. He had so many responsibilities in his life that he worked full-time jobs back to back and sleep between jobs in his car. We had dates maybe 1 night a month and spent the night together. After a while I got tired of it, loaning him money, paying for dates, etc. So in February of 2022 I said, hey, I need a break to see if I want to be in this relationship. And I did. I wanted out. Then the teen's mom dies at the end of the month. So we stay in touch bi-weekly. Come July. Because we are separated, my mother takes her car to another car shop. The manager says, hey, sorry to hear Herman has cancer. So my mother comes home to the house we just built together and says has got cancer, maybe try to work it out. Okay, I'll try. So he comes over, we talk a few times. He has to go out of town for work. Important fact. Okay, whatever. In August I changed my profile photo on FB to one of him and I together. Well, he calls a few days later screaming and yelling for me to remove it. His ex and mothers of his 2 youngest called bitching. This fact is important later, that I need to take it down immediately and never post him again. Okay, I took it down. I also removed him from my life emotionally. I do not do disrespect. And I wanted out to begin with, and he just was adding fuel to the fire of my unhappiness with him. So we came to an agreement. Since he owed me money, he would continue to do my car inspections and related car maintenance and pay me off that way. So last Sunday he came at 4 30 am to take my car and get it done. So I posted on FB that he took my car and it passed inspection. No brakes needed yet. Well, again he calls bitching the XX. But then that night, Monday, this girl I went to school with Molly commented on the post saying no he didn't. Unsure of what fantasy world you are living in. Mind you, when he inspects a car he needs to sign the sticker and emissions report. Important. So I sent her a PN and was like, you got something to say to me, say it. She replied, has sick of my fake relationship with him, and so is she. I knew this chick for like 28 years. She then said, who do you think found the photos of him? And you saw him off to the academy. So, what I found out was, he was seeing her for a while. She was the one bitching about my FB, not the XX. Well, I had my car looked at again, and my inspection sticker was wrong. He put a sticker on it. In our state, that's a big no-no. So I had to take it up to his work and talk to a guy there to get a new sticker. We got to talking, and a lot of his lies came to light. This coworker heard he both had cancer, and he was going to try to get a job at the dock. The new GF works for the dock for 20 years, then asks where he lives. I said, oh, he lives in N-Town. He said, oh, so he used live in T-Town. Not that I'm aware. I paid the mortgage for the N-Town home. So I come home and look him up on the Lendex to find court records. I want to see if there is a deed or mortgage for him in this town. Nope, neither. I find something better. A marriage license application for him and a completely different woman. Now at this point, we have been broken up a long time. The application was dated 8,250,2022 at about 9 am. He was calling me that night to see if I had time to see him. We were still having dinner, me, him and at least 2 of the kids. They had to reapply in Jan because it expires after 6 months if you do not use it. Mind you, on the 29th, when he took my car, he was hugging and kissing me, trying to get back together with me, but I was not having any of it. Apparently, word got around that I was looking into things and some people reached out to tell me their stories. He told me he was never married when in fact, he was married twice. He has at least 13 children. Many he has little to no contact with. Currently dating at least 4 women. One is alive in the N-Town home with 2 of his children, the teens. The cancer was a lie, he told Work One, in case he got hired by the dock and needed to leave the job immediately. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. I just cannot stop laughing. I would have been none the wiser if Molly was the jealous person and saw me as a threat to their relationship. All these women are in relationships but cannot post him on FB. Well, I did. I called him and her out, and then the anonymous text came. Though I cannot share their stories, they are just as crazy as mine. I just had to share.